Astrosmash was published by BBG Entertainment and was released on Xbox, Switch, and Steam on October 12, 2023 at a price of $14.99 here in the States. For this review, I'm using the Steam version, but by all appearances, it seems the game is largely the same no matter what you play it on. This game is an updated version of the original 1981 Astrosmash for the Intellivision, which at one point was the pack-in for the system, which helped it become the best-selling cartridge for the Intellivision. It was originally announced for the Intellivision Amico, along with many other titles, about 5 years ago in October of 2018, at a time when all Amico games would be system exclusives and cost no more than $7.99. It would later be shown in video form several times on their YouTube channel and announced as one of the pack-in games for the Amico system, which is yet to be released and seems unlikely at this point to ever come out. The Steam description says the following: Astrosmash was originally a shoot-'em-up game for the Intellivision console in 1981. This reimagined version is based on the game's original theme and gameplay, but much more exciting and challenging. The new graphics are phenomenal, and the amazing background music adds a lot of excitement. Astrosmash is a shooter for 1 to 4 players. From the options screen, you can adjust the volumes of the sound effects and the music, view the credits, customize the controls, and change your name. For the controls, you move your ship left and right, using one button to fire, another to turn on auto fire, and you have a dash button that lets you dash in the direction you are moving, allowing you to pass through objects. Once you dash, it will take a few moments to recharge before you can do it again. Your goal in general is to blast the overhead objects, including various meteors and enemies. Destroying objects gains you points, but just like the original game, if a meteor hits the ground, you actually lose some points. You can also collect power-ups like a shield, double shots, and a steady plasma shot. All these power-ups are temporary, but they can be used unlimited until the invisible timer runs out. There's also a nuke that will destroy everything on screen, including power-ups that you will automatically gain when nuked. Extra lives can also appear on the ground in the main game, and they seem to do so every 10,000 points. The main game is the campaign mode. This mode has 10 levels. Most levels have you trying to reach a goal score, which is shown in yellow above your score, in order to move on to the next level. You start out with simple meteors, but as you progress, you will face larger meteors that can split or take more hits to destroy, as well as enemy UFOs, including some small ones, which you can dash through to destroy, which I thought was a nice touch, and spinners that will send out small waves of fire if they hit the ground exploding. However, a few times you will actually face a boss. In actuality, it seems like the same boss each time, but with more phases as you progress. The first phase has you blasting a large meteor until it explodes. The catch is that if you stop shooting it, it regains strength. It also seemed buggy in my copy, as it never fully descended and moves around like what I saw it do in some of the Amico demonstration videos. Later on, the destroyed meteor will hatch an enemy ship, who will also gain a force field the last time you face them. If you beat level 10, you get a somewhat standard ending, which I will show at the end of this video in case you don't want it spoiled. But the ending will actually send you back to the first level. I don't know if completing the game a second time around does anything. I'm guessing it doesn't, and this is just to give you a chance to increase your score for the local leaderboard. But since it took me 45 minutes to complete the 10 levels, I didn't really want to, nor had the time to, put in another 45 minutes, especially since you can't pause, save, or continue your game. That's right, no pausing, no saving, no continues. The campaign can be played with up to 4 players, and if it was like what it was advertised for the Amico, extra players can jump in anytime, but I was only able to go solo for this review, so I can't speak to that any further. But I can tell you the gist of the other modes. The Versus mode allows you to pick a level. You may have to unlock some levels by completing them in the campaign mode. I believe that's the case, but I'm not sure, since I completed the campaign mode first. You then pick a time from 1, 3, or 5 minutes and face other local players to see who can get the high score when the timer runs out. or you can apparently play by yourself, which it lets you do, I don't know why. I believe the multiplayer mode is the advertised cross-platform online mode. It's basically a 3-minute versus game where once again you can pick a level to play on. But try as I might, I couldn't find anyone to play with on 2 separate occasions on release day. And the game really doesn't make it clear that it is an online mode, nor how to tell if anyone is online to play, at least not when I tried. On the main menu, you also have the local leaderboard for the campaign mode, which only keeps track of 1 score per name, even if you played multiple times. If it's like what was planned for the Amico game, it will also keep track of scores completed by groups of 2 or more in the campaign mode. There are some things missing here that were shown in early Amico videos of Astrosmash. One is the survival mode. This appeared only in a pretty early video. This may have been like a single life high score mode, which this port has none. The other thing missing was a mystery option Tommy Tallarico teased during the deep dive of this game. The pixel style fighters made it seem that it might be tied to the original game in some fashion, or might actually be the original game that you couldn't unlock somehow. But that mystery is nowhere to be found here, and as far as I can tell, there's no way to play the original version of Astrosmash in this port. Graphically speaking, the game is decent looking. I like the layering of some of the backgrounds, but I did notice some graphic glitch lines at times, and that your main gun didn't stay lined up quite with your ship when firing and moving at the same time. The music might be the best part of the game, and yes, sometimes it did seem to sync up with some of the action here and there, which was nice. The credits and outside reports point to Tommy Tallarico licensing music for this, not creating it originally, so if that's the case, I will say I like some of the songs he picked out. The sound effects were fine, and I did like that the dash sound honored the original game. Family-friendly wise, the game has an E for everyone rating. So what did I think of Astrosmash? Out of the 3 Amico games BBG is bringing to other platforms, I had the highest hopes for this one. Looking forward to some updated Astrosmash action and cool boss battles, as well as some online play and maybe high-score online leaderboards. Unfortunately, a lot fell short of my expectations. The main game is okay for the most part, and it controls well, but honestly, it felt tedious at times, leading to moments where I just wanted the level to end already. Due to the many times the game liked to throw an avalanche of rocks at you, progress is really dependent on the power-ups, which appear plenty. So most of the game, I was just playing chase the next power-up before the current one runs out. And you'll see the same rocks, power-ups, and enemies a lot after about 10 to 15 minutes of play. When I finally got to the bosses, I was disappointed that they were all pretty much the same boss, just with a new wrinkle here and there. And since there are only a few boss encounters in the entire campaign mode, this was disappointing, as I was really looking forward to some more variety. The lack of a pause is also inexcusable. I also didn't feel too challenged, and once I completed the entire campaign mode in 45 minutes during my first attempt, I really didn't have a desire to play it again. As I mentioned earlier, the online portion was unclear and I was unable to find anyone online to play with, giving me even less of a reason to reload this game in the future. The game is also sorely lacking a one-life high-score mode with online leaderboards, which was previously seen in Shark. There are also some other small nitpicks I had, like having to reactivate autofire in between rounds and lives, the game putting a 1 at the end of your name on the leaderboard, I guess because I was player 1, and having to use a second button to select your ship instead of the main confirmation button you use for everything else. And finally, the original game is not included, which I feel is a big miss. So in the end, after waiting so many years to play this game, I feel let down to how little substance it contains, and can't see it being worth anywhere close to the $15 price tag, or even half that amount. No one online to play with, no online leaderboards, no original game, and a campaign mode that can be finished in under an hour. I don't even know if that's worth $5. Astrosmash may give some fans of the original game a little enjoyment, and a little bit more if you have someone in your home to actually play with, but to me, personally, it's just a letdown. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy videos such as this one, and you want to support my work, please click like and subscribe, drop a comment below, and for Make It supporters, either become a channel member or sign up at patreon.com/NoSwordGamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time in the next episode of the No Sword Gamer. And now prepare for the ending. Unless you don't want spoilers, then I'll just see you next time.